Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Narrative Off the Cuff with the Elite News and Darryl Blair. Well, we're at this point, it's close to voting time. We're about 26, 25 days out, and it's getting closer. But we're in a good spot. That is not to say that you should take the day off come voting day or early voting. Cast your vote, however you may vote. Vote. Let yourself be accounted for, and let your voice be vocal with regards to your vote. My father used to say to me and my siblings, your talent will take you places that your character can't sustain you. I'm going to say that one more time. Your talent will take you places that your character can't sustain you. Well, the White House is indicative of that statement. Trump's talent for the art of the deal and selling the deal and whatever hustle he had going on to talk his way up the ladder and then for people to foolishly believe in him has gotten him to the White House. Yet his character can't sustain him. He has piss poor character. Need I say more? Here's a man that suffers from the very disease that he overlooked, better yet denied that it even existed, called it a hoax. So then introduce karma. Yeah, karma. Trump has been introduced to this person named Karma. And so with that, he has come to the recollection that science is good. Because now he wants to talk about the science of him being healed. Liar. That's his talent. But the character of the lie is going to get him booted. Keep working at it. I really want to remind you to vote, vote, vote. Don't be dissuaded by all of this stuff about mail-in ballots and the polling places being challenged. Go do as you've been doing. Act in the way that you've been acting. Yes, we're concerned with COVID and distancing. Go vote. If you don't want to go to the polls on voting day, go vote early. Mail your ballot in. Meet the deadlines. Let's be aware. I can't encourage you any further. Next thing I want to talk about is this thing that's pressing our community. That's a dark cloud over our community, especially those in the clergy. You ought to really, really get over there and rally against and say, fella, why don't you step down, step out, and step away? That fella being Ricky Rush, not Pastor Rush, Slick Rick Rush. I don't understand it. Black lives matter, right? Black lives matter. Aren't women black? Aren't these women black? Then why is Black Lives Matter now over there protesting Ricky Rush? They matter as well. This applies to everyone in the color scope. And yet nobody's coming to the aid and listening to the voice of these women. That's abuse, neglect. And he continues to be silent about this. Nobody's heard from his attorney, but he's speaking to him. Silence. Rick, you really need to get right, man. Just come on, step out. Say whatever little wrong you've done or what wrong you have done. Own up to it. Atone for it. Practice what you've preached. Practice what you teach. I don't know if it's Sunday school or Monday school. Either one, you taught some of this. Now live up to it. Enough with Ricky Rush. Women, I don't blame you. I'd be mad too, especially those kids. Kids were damaged for life. Counseling and all. Gone on. One of the other points I want to make today, and we're going to be rather brief in our close, blacks are never unified in anything. So if you're angry about what I'm about to say, because I've gotten a lot of kickback about some things that I've said, and that's good. We agree to disagree. And then I look at your point and I take it to task. But blacks are never unified. Know that. When we came off the motherland, Miles Standish didn't run up on that land and start grabbing black folks. The stronger tribes captured the weaker tribes and sold them at the shores for goods they couldn't even use. And so where we are now here in Dallas, because all politics start local, when you start talking about building your community and building the world, you got to build right now. Build right here, right here, right here. We're not unified. And so we are never one part of anything, and you'll never get 100% of anything. But we need our elected leaders. We'll lead ourselves, but we need our elected leaders who are our vocal voices to step up, stand out, step out on our behalf, on the constituents' behalf. Start asking us what we want, what we need, and what we desire, and what is it going to take for us to support you. That's to everyone. Eric Johnson, you're in trouble down there, man. You have polarized that whole city council. I don't know if you thin-skinned or what. I like you, but brother, you are thin-skinned. You're going to have problems, and that's going to be greater than the city council and you being mayor. Start praying, man. Grab their hands and do some prayer at the horseshoe. But don't call Ricky Rush. Blessings to the rest of those who work very diligently. Casey Thomas, I thank you. He's supposed to be on this week. He'll be on next week. We had a scheduling conflict, but thank you, Casey Thomas. Thank you, Tanel Atkins. Thank you very much. Chad West, thank you. Adam Balzador, thank you. You all continue to work on your constituents' behalf. Let's get the work done. I want to talk about Democrats, Republicans, and independents. All of you ought to count yourselves as independents. Be independent in your voting. Be judicious with your vote. Be a good steward of your vote. Don't vote because it's this. You got some family members who carry your same last name and you don't support them. You don't like what they do. You don't own them. So as a Democrat, you can't buy everything. You have to separate at some point in time and say, hey, this right here is better than what I'm being presented. I need to get this. You know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all need to be shopping in cash savings, but you want to go shop at Tom Thumb, a high dollar store. You know what I'm talking about. Pick and choose what you support, who you support, and how you support it. Don't just buy into no banner. Put your name on it. And finally, the Women of Wisdom. Great, great, great. When you see this production and you get a chance to go back and view it again on EliteNewsDallas.com, it's going to be on Facebook Live. It'll be streaming on our website. We're going to have a wonderful time, and you'll see a wonderful word and some beautiful women being recognized and honored. And I want you to continue to honor them past this day because they've worked to get to this point, but they can't rest on their laurels. 14 beautiful women. I want you to support them. In the spirit of my mother, Darryl Blair, Women of Wisdom. I want you to support them. Then I want you to know about Juneteenth 2021, the March, Celebration, Festival, and Concert from William Blair Park all the way to the State Fair. Vendors, car show, bike shows, and this is going to be a regional appeal. Regional. From Arkansas to Oklahoma to Louisiana. They'll come from all over to come here to celebrate Juneteenth with us. Won't you be a part? Go to EliteNewsDallas.com and then pretty soon we'll have the Juneteenth website up. But come on, get ready. Get ready to go. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Come celebrate with us. Come celebrate your freedom. Come celebrate inclusion. Come celebrate emancipation. Then I want you to look at November 21st this year, 2020, Lone Star Park with the jazz show. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Drive in, take your car out there. I told you the Elite Dudes will be out there booming. We're going to have a wonderful time. And I want you to come out and celebrate with us. And then, finally, I want to thank my sponsors. I want to thank Brian Eberstein at 1-800 Old School Lawyer and Herbert and Eberstein Law Firm. I certainly want to thank Teresa Hawthorne over at Fox and Hawthorne Law Firm, who's been supportive. Sherman Roberts, can't forget you. Know that you need to go vote for Richard Shaw, DISD, that's Duncanville ISD. Vote for him for the school board. He's going to be a wonderful representative, and he's connected to the community. He's not above, he's amongst. He's right there amongst you. And then Will Douglas in House District 113. Get him, punch your card for him. But most of all, when you're doing your voting for the ones I've recommended and those that you just choose to vote yourself, walk the ticket all the way down. The Dallas County Democratic Party chose not to go and endorse and support the constables' races and the justice of the peace. That shows you how disconnected they are. And until next week, you know what I want you to do with all that I've said and all that I've done. Remember that character is what sustains you. Your talent might get you there, but your character will sustain you. But until next week, I want you to know, I need you. Get it on your mind. God bless, God keep is my prayer.